certainly favors the left-footed Kai Havertz here. But it will be Wirtz, and it's just wide in 2 games.
Well, Florian Wirtz at the moment is a man just still leaving so many holes defensively. Their fullback in that last situation, and wingback Derek Collins just gets caught ball watching.
And here is Ghana exposed again, and that's a rough for Jonas Ajete. And perhaps a bit of it lucky to get away with that. He actually might have been offside, although that angle there shows that he was on. Something from the training ground here for Germany. Kimmich trying to stand up towards the back stick. It's a free header. Germany wins the first. Back across. And the shot is blocked in front before it could reach Benjamin Asari. As Ghana trying to play a club that is currently in the top 3 in the Bundesliga at the moment. As Germany pressing high, winning the ball. That's Florian Wirtz trying to wiggle his way through, coming off of a sensation.
Does it make them a little bit better and disciplined defensively, knowing that they are more than capable of creating goal-scoring chances?
As Antoine Semenyo shows too much of it to get out of trouble. And switching the point of attack is Stila. Wirtz studying it through. It's Kai Havertz peeling it back. Good opportunity, and it's just wide from Voltamato. Whenever he throws on the German badge, that he really comes alive, and he has the green light to go and find space as he sees fit. As here comes Nathaniel Brown, and that is broken up by the Ghanaian back line, which again, Havertz, and then he goes a bit too quickly for Serge Gnabry. Stila. Havertz. Born in Montpellier, France, and plays for Spartak Moscow.
Against Austria. This is good movement off the ball from Kai Havertz, and this should be in the back of the net. At the very least, hitting the target.
Big challenge over on the left wing of Germany's attack, and it falls for Kimmich. In behind for Serge Gnabry, and that's a awkward header in the direction. Just to name a couple of guys who are unavailable for the Black Stars tonight. Kimmich. Teasing ball in behind the back line. That's Urenki who gets a touch to it.
Just look at the top of your screen. Nathaniel Brown had just started slightly early. The best opportunity they had was probably the one early on where Kai Havertz cuts it back for Voltemade. He doesn't hit the target.
Here's Kimmich again, looking for that ball being stood up right around the penalty area, but Asari coming off. Angelo Stila to take the corner. Asari off of his line. 2 strong fists away. Clever little ball. Here's Pascal Gross. Over the head of Voltemade, and then swiped out by Jado. Having to change something defensively as that corner almost found the head of Schlotterbeck, and then Antoine Semenyo rids Florian Wirtz, and this is more like it from Ghana. Zadu trying to utilize his pace against Nathaniel Brown, the Frankfurt defender.
To run. Clever ball from Pascal Gross, just clips it up, puts it into a dangerous area. Jonathan Todd when it follows to him.
Schlotterbeck. It's not a bad looking ball. Bounces in front of Pascal Gross, and Ghana really struggling to clear their lines at the moment. Jordan Ayew will try his hand, and a slick surface here in Stuttgart. You hear Rob Stone talking about how there was an epic. Voltemade. Oh, wasn't a bad idea whatsoever. Looked like that was Alexander Jiku who was able to get a touch to it before it could reach Gnabry. Havertz. They're steadily. That's Ayew on the turn. Got the cross away. Semenyo was waiting for it at the edge of the penalty area. That was Prince Adu, who was also in the neighborhood, and then a first-time effort. Always going wide. That's the slip here. Allows Serge Gnabry to get on the ball. Now Kai Havertz, and everybody in the building knowing that he was cutting back on that left foot. Kojo Apong being chased down by Serge Gnabry. Working on Kimmich as the delivery takes a deflection and back out to Kuhn. Can't find the feed of Jordan. Havertz, good feet. Great feet from the veteran, Wirtz. Back for Nathaniel Brown. Brown from the left wing. Wirtz. Kimmich waiting for it, and the foul's going to be called against Germany.
Yeah, but again, I want you to just focus on how many bodies centrally Germany are playing with.
Gnabry thought about it initially, and Benjamin.
For Man City, and it's given Erling Haaland another option. He doesn't have to be the focal point at all times. Now you have another player coming from the wing that can also contribute with goals.
Asari off his line again. He's not been bashful about doing that. Urenke takes over, challenge from top. Referee says there's nothing there. And into the feet of Jordan Ayew. And here come the Black Stars through Prince Adu. Sizing up Nathaniel Brown. Adu chopping it back. And always too far for Florian Wirtz. And it's taken 27. Takes the first delivery. Now slips it through. It's a great looking ball. Semenyo lashes it across, and Joshua Kimmich able to clear it away before it could reach anybody in a white kit on the back stick. Kimmich, delicious looking ball. Asari got a touch to it. It's loose in front. Still pinballing around. It's Jonathan Todd. He sends it. Something like that could certainly bring about some uneasiness within a camp while you're so far away from your respective club and your actual home. As Kuhn turns the corner, good chance here, and Futawu scores. Germany.
There was a moment to be had, and Kuhn in this second half, he's been good, man. He's been more adventurous getting forward, but this time he delivers that ball with quality.
Brown got a touch. Now Havertz trying to send Voltemade on his way once more, and Asari will call everybody off. Havertz takes a swipe at it, didn't get nearly enough power on it. And now Ayew tasked with trying to hold things up for the Black Stars. Liga, as he gets his first half warm-up in. Here's Brown. And Asari wasn't able to get there, and there was no run being made at the back post as Gross trying to keep it in. And more champagne problems for Julian Nagelsmann to try to figure out exactly where to put him with the lineup that has been put in place in the attacking third over the past 2 games. Ozzy Sibo given away cheaply in the middle of the field by Ghana. Voltemade with quick feet attempted to find Pascal Gross, but the best football in the latter stages of his career. 17 goals and 5 assists this season. 9 goals last year, 18 goals and 10 assists 2 seasons ago for Stuttgart. As Ghana win it back in the middle of the park. And Thomas Partey trying to switch the point of attack and doing so inch perfectly. Urenke lofts it in. Taz there. And it's over the head of Kimmich.
Hey, Havertz, Voltemade, can they finish off chances to give you that go-ahead?
Here's Wirtz again, weaving his way through, and a block in front coming from Jonas Ajete. And Semenyo.
That first goal that they conceded. So this is the chance for him to establish himself a little bit more in that back line for Germany.
Ayew clips it in. He's on top of every set piece for Ghana. Germany will open up their World Cup against Curacao and Houston, against the debutants and the nation of just a little more than 100,000 people who was able to qualify. Florian Wirtz making a run in behind Caleb Urenke. And Wirtz somehow keeps it alive for Nathaniel Brown. He's got time and space to deliver.
Secondary runners to run into that space. In the end, Pascal Gross just can't wrap his foot around the ball in the way that he wants.
And on the other end, Antoine Semenyo on his way. Sizing up Antonio Rüdiger. Great matchup. Peels it back across and out. Voltemade, clever touch. Gross. Leonard Carl for Voltemade, and it's off the crossbar. And the follow-up chance is denied. That was Aleksandar Djiku, and that was one of the more scintillating moves we've seen from Germany all night. And then repress again, just suffocating Ghana. And this looks eerily similar to what we saw for the first half hour or so in the first 45 minutes. Clever little dummy, Nathaniel Brown for Pascal Gross, and couldn't quite exposed a little bit after not having been able to convert on the few chances that they have been able to create. That continues to be the concern for German supporters heading into this World Cup, as that ball in behind is a delicious one for Voltemade. Leaves it for Florian Wirtz. As that ball in behind is a delicious one for Voltemade. Leaves it for Florian Wirtz.
And a tournament of that magnitude to really announce themselves in another way. We've seen them at the club level do brilliant things, and
Leonard Carl It's on full display, and the nutmeg is... Well, won by Urenke, and this might work out for Ghana here, although it's a slip from Prince Adu. Voltamata trying to turn and not being allowed to thanks to the foul. Kimmich standing over it as well. And that's not exactly how they drew that one up. Wirtz. Decent looking ball in. Leonard Carl cushions it down. It's Goretzka, and Voltamata actually got Switzerland in Basel in that 4-3 win for Julian Nagelsmann. Semenyo's long throw. Difficult one to deal. Union Berlin man on top of the set piece. Finding Jordan Ayew in space. Tries to put it on frame. For the Black Stars with Kimmich standing over it. It will be round. And that's a decent looking effort that had the interest of us.
So for Ghana, they've got to find a better balance of when to try to play direct.
Leonard Carl slicing up the Ghanaian defense. Leaves it for Leroy. Sané. On rushing is Kimmich. Much more like it from the Germans after getting grouped in the last 2 World Cups. Kimmich. Figured why not. And Kimmich. Undav trying to lay it off for Kimmich. That's well won by Carl.
But that's the luxury that Germany has. When you talk about making wholesale changes, yes, they have their frailties and they have their question marks defensively, but to be able to bring...
Here's Carl fancying a hit. And less than 15 minutes remaining. Goals from Kai Havertz right before halftime, and most recently Abdul Fattah of Leicester City. As that was angled towards Voltamata. Falls for Carl. Voltamata, heavy first touch coming off his chest, and Deniz Undav is saying
the advantage is on the attacking player. Running with momentum, you're backpedaling, you're just trying to react. And the combination will play there between Sané and Undav. They timed that to perfection.
Large stretches of this game as Rüdiger all the way forward, and Wirtz hooks it in. Well won by Jonas Ajete. Semenyo up for his. And a foul coming out the other way. Just a reminder, this is the last time that international teams are going to meet before they link up for camp leading up to the World Cup. Again, Germany are going to be taking on Finland in Mainz, and then the United States in Chicago at Soldier Field for their final 2 matchups prior to the World Cup. And Brown whips it in, and Goretzka was there.
This would prove to be a pretty big result for Ghana. Currently ranked, 72nd based off FIFA rankings. Germany 10th in the world.
Sané gets it right back, tries to have a hit. Goretzka, Leonard Carl, and it sends it. Can Ghana try to muster up one last opportunity to really put Germany on their heels? Or will it be Germany with an exclamation point? Undav, Wirtz. Round, back for Wirtz. Kimmich. Undav brings it down.